Hello everyone and welcome back to Brooksburk Zoo. If you can hear something purr in the background, yeah, that might be because I'm not alone this time, because I'm sitting here right in front of my computer with my cat that is having a little nap on my desk. So yeah, as I said, if you hear something purr, don't worry about it. Everything is okay, it's just my cat sitting right next to me. Okay, so before we get into what we are going to do in today's video, we are having a quick tour through Brooksburk Castle, which we finally finished in the last episode. Yeah, we do have the white rhinos, the Indian elephants, the Baird's tapir, and the Indian water monitor, I guess it is. And they are all living inside this beautiful and huge building. They all do have outdoor areas as well, except the monitors. They are just having the indoor habitat in the center of the building, but all of the other animals do have an outdoor area as well. We changed the habitat for the Baird's tapir a little bit, the indoor area, because yeah, as I told you guys, I was not happy with it. We also do have a baby tapir. Maybe you saw it in the pool having a little swim there. Yeah, and that's it. Brooksburk Castle is finished. We're closing another chapter in our zoo, and what we are going to do today is we are opening a new chapter, and it might also be the last chapter of Brooksburk Zoo, because you know what, we will get a new DLC for Planet Zoo. Surprise, surprise, it is going to be an animal pack this time. Maybe you guys have seen my video 1 hour before, where I have done the showcase for all of the new stuff in the new DLC in the Eurasia Animal Pack. Yeah, and that's going to be the last chapter of Brooksburk Zoo. We are building the Garden of the Origins, where all of the new animals that we do have in the new DLC will get a new and nice home. And we're starting today with creating the new area and also giving an animal a home that most of you guys have waited for, like the last 4 years, I think. Yeah, we finally have waterfowl for Planet Zoo, and we do have the Mute Swan. Oh my god, we do have the Mute Swan. So we're going to build something for this beautiful water birds, and I thought of, yeah, the original idea for this was that we are going to build the Garden of Origins. We're going to have some kind of a lake in the center of it, and all of the habitats for the animals around this lake, and on the lake we are going to have the swan. So I tried creating something like this, and I decided no, this won't work, as we had to build the lake right in one line with Brooksburk Castle, and it just didn't feel right, because yeah, it just didn't feel right. So I decided we're going for another yeah, we're going for a different thing, and so I decided we are having this entrance gate right here next to the Paradise Beyond and Brooksburk Castle, where we are going into this separate area, the Garden of the Origins, and it's going to start with a nice little lake with a boathouse, a little boathouse, and also with a restaurant with a terrace along the lake, where our guests can have lunch or breakfast on the terrace and watching the swans on the lake. So that is going to be what we are going to do today. Let's talk about the new DLC. So, Eurasia Animal Pack. there's lots of animals in this pack that many of us waited for quite some time. So I'm talking about the swan for sure, but I'm also talking about something like the wild boar, the wolverine, and the sloth bear. We don't, and also the takin. The takin is also a highly requested animal that we finally have in this game now, or will get tomorrow. What did I want to say? Yeah, many highly requested animals in this new DLC. So I am very excited for all of these animals. Yeah, luckily I got early access to the new DLC, so I could have a look at all of these animals, and I can tell you guys, they are incredible. Especially as we in Germany do have something like, it is called Wildpark in German, which means it's a park very much like a zoo, but it contains all of the endemic animals. So all of the animals that you actually see in Germany or Europe, like red deer, fallow deer, wild boar, European brown bear, wolverine, moose, and what else? Ibex, and all of these animals that we do have actually here in Europe. Also the lynx. Yeah, and there's so many animals in this new DLC that actually do fit in a park like this, and I'm very excited to build something like that in the near future, because yeah, I just love all of these animals. But first of all, we're going to build a new home for them here in Brooksburk Zoo. In the Garden of Origins, we will have all the animals that come with the new Eurasia Animal Pack, but we will also have some more of them. Some of these animals do benefit from being in a habitat with different species, like the wild boar, for example, does with the fallow deer or the red deer. So I'm thinking about building a habitat for the wild boar and the fallow deer in combination, as we don't have that much combined habitats here in Brooksburk Zoo, so we're definitely going to have some more of that. So I think that is something that's going to happen in the next episode. Yeah, and we're also going to have a big cat in here as well. I'm not quite sure if we're going for the Amur leopard or the Siberian tiger. You can let me know in the comments which one you would prefer of those two. Yeah, and that also might be it afterwards. Yeah, I know I said we are going to have some kind of a South American area where we will have a habitat for the maned wolf combined with the great anteater, because I think this would be such a great combination, and yeah, I'm not quite sure about that. We'll see when we are getting to the end if we have some space left. If this is the case, then I'm definitely going to check that possibility out. Yeah, so that's for the future plans of Brooksburk Zoo. But first of all, before I forget about it, you know what time it is? Yeah, exactly. It is the perfect time for you guys to hit the like button right now, to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any further episodes on Brooksburk Zoo and all of the other projects that I have on my channel. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and get back into the video where we are building the boathouse right now. That is something that I definitely wanted to have. That is something that you, that is very common in Germany, especially here in Bavaria with all the lakes that we do have here. There's so many boathouses that people can also use in the summer when they are going to take a swim at the lakes, where they can change or lay their towels and have a sun bath or something. So I wanted to have something like this in here, and in combination with the Mute Swan it would make so much sense. We're going to decorate the area a little bit as well with rocks and plants and stuff like that, but yeah, we're not going to finish it for the whole lake yet, because it is a very big area and I just don't know which habitat for the animals is going to be where. So I didn't want to have all those foliage and rocks around here and there without knowing if I had to change it in the future. So I just decorated the part where we do have the restaurant and the boathouse and the actual habitat of the swans, and we're going to get back into creating the landscape for the lake with every episode that we are walking around it. Yeah, and as I said, the next episode is going to be for the wild boar and the fallow deer in combination. I just want to know which animal you guys are most excited for and which animal you want to see next. Just let me know in the comment section. Do you want to see the sloth bear next? Or the wolverine, the saiga antelope, the takin, or the European bison? Did I forget something? I don't think so. We have 8 new animals, with 1 being an exhibit animal, so let's count them. 1 is the saiga, 2 is the European bison, 3 is the takin, 4 is the Mute Swan, 5 is the wolverine, 6 is the sloth bear, and 7 is the wild boar. Yeah, that's all of them. So yeah, as I said, let me know in the comment section which animal you want to see after the wild boar and the fallow deer, because I think I'm going to build for the wild boar and the fallow deer next, so that if you guys let me know in the comment section, it would be too late to change that. And yeah, so it would be fair for you guys to choose which animal is going to get a home at Brooksburk Zoo afterwards. Yeah, here I wanted to build a little platform for our swans. I just don't know if they actually can use it, but I think they can. Having a little bit of bedding on it and placing it next to our little boathouse, so the swans can actually sit on it and have a nap on it, or maybe in real life they would use it as an area where they could nest and sit on their eggs as well. Which would also be a great feature if we had that in the game. Imagine having all these birds in the game that are actually able to build nests and sit on their eggs, and the little birds actually would hatch. That would be such a great animation, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh yeah, and something that I didn't talk about as I see me building the restaurant next. We also do have those Modela gift shops with the new update 1.16. I also talked about that and showed a little bit of it in the showcase that I did an hour before. You can find it here on my channel if you're interested in it. It is in German language, but I guess the video footage will tell you everything that you need to know about the update, and if it isn't so, you will see tons of showcase videos today from all the other content creators that also got early access. So yeah, you definitely won't miss out on anything that is contained in the new update and in the new DLC. So talking about the Modela gift shops, it is such a great feature in the game and I'm looking so much forward to it. And maybe going back into our little gift shop that we have in the beginning of Brooksburk Zoo and yeah, doing a little glow up on it and having some of the modular shelves in it with some great new stuff. I just don't know, or maybe having another gift shop somewhere in our zoo. Yeah, but I definitely want to use it in any kind of way. Oh, and as we are going to have an area for the Mute Swan in here, something about this animal. Mute swans are very common here in Germany. We do have many of them in parks and in the wilderness as well. And Mute swans are, I don't want to say that they are aggressive, but they are very protective if it comes to their hatchlings. So you definitely don't want to get close to a Mute Swan family, especially when they do have a baby or more than just one. Usually they do have more than just one because, as I said, they are very, very protective. So here in Planet Zoo you can also do walkthrough habitats for the swan, which totally makes sense. So this means that you don't actually have to contain them in a classical habitat with a fence around it. You can also do the null barrier thing, especially in sandbox, and select that the animals are not able to break out. So this means you could create an area like this here around the restaurant, around the boathouse, and part of the lake where the swans are roaming around. I did something, yeah, I built a little bit of fencing around it, but actually the swans are able to jump over those fences or fly, in quotes, fly over the fence, so that they actually walk on the visitor's path as well. So they do interact with your guests, and your guests won't be afraid or run away if they cross paths with the Mute Swan. So you actually can do walk-through habitats for them as well, like you can do with the peafowl as well. Which also is a great feature, and I hope for the future of Planet Zoo we will get more of those waterfowl, like geese or ducks or something. That would be so cool. But if we won't get it from Frontier, the Mute Swan definitely opens so many possibilities for all the modders out there. So you definitely will be going to see lots of waterfowl in the future, I think so, that you can actually download as mods from your favorite modders out there. Yeah, but I also have to say it is, yeah, I don't use mods because I just have the fear that anything could go wrong with it when I'm using it. So that I might not be able to open my zoos again and have performance issues or whatsoever. So it is your decision if you want to use it or if you do not. Yeah, it's your decision. So here's the terrace that I was talking about. We're going to have a few tables on it where our guests can sit outside and having a look at the lake, and also at our swans. You might see it in the end of the video, in the real-time part, that our swans are very nosy, and they love to jump on the terrace and yeah, and watch our guests on the terrace, and also pooping right next to the tables, which is another great thing. But yeah, they are swans, I guess. That's it. Yeah, and I have to admit, the whole restaurant situation and the boathouse as well gives off lots of German vibes, I think. Which I'm hoping not to continue too much in this area, because I don't want to make something like a German area here. Yeah, maybe we'll get a little bit more into this Eurasian vibe, a little bit more Asian or something like that. I just don't know, which is going to be difficult, I guess, when we're going to build for the wild boars as next. But yeah, as you know me, I'm just going with the flow, and let's see what will happen in the future here. Yeah, and I really do like that we have these separate areas here in Brooksburk Zoo for the living desert, for example, the Paradise Beyond, the Madagascar house, and now the Garden of Origins, which is highly inspired by one of my favorite zoos in all over the world, which is Paradisa from Belgium. They do have something very similar when it comes to that name. They do have the Land of the Origins, I think it is. Yeah, which inspired me for naming this area here like that. Because there's a lot of like old world animals in here from Europe, from Asia, and so on. So I thought this name would match that area very well. Yeah, and also you can see it right now, I also had this gap in the wall right next to our Brooksburk Castle for the outdoor area. So when you are walking alongside the white rhinos, you can have a look at the lake and the boathouse from there, and can also see the Mute Swans in there. Which is pretty cool, because the Garden of Origins is a very closed area, yeah, almost a very separate area, which you actually could close and just open for some time during the day in the park if you wanted to. And that is something that I do like as well here in Brooksburk Zoo, especially for the living desert, the Paradise Beyond, and now the Garden of the Origins. It is a round path within itself. So you're entering the zoo, you're going to the living desert, you're entering on the one side, you're going around, seeing every little habitat that is in there, and then leaving on the other side and coming back to the main path. And that is something that is going to happen here in the Garden of the Origins as well. So you're entering on that side and walking all along the main path inside the Garden of the Origins, having a look at every single habitat that is in there, and then leaving it back on the main path as well. well, not the main path in general in here, because you will be led back to the Brooksburk Castle. But yeah, that is almost the same as back to the main path, I think. And that is also something that I really enjoy in real life as well. So especially when you are visiting a zoo and having small children with you, you know that their attention span isn't always the longest. So it might be a little bit overwhelming when you visit a very big zoo, and children will get bored easily after quite some time. So with that, with having this separate areas, you actually could say, okay, we're going to visit the zoo today. Which area do you want to visit today? So you actually could have a small round trip with just visiting the animals from Oceania, or the desert animals, or just having those Eurasian animals in here, or the classical zoo, without going into any of the other areas. So I think that is also a very nice part of how I created stuff in here. Yeah, trying to give it a real garden vibe in here as well when you're entering the Garden of the Origins. We're going for a little bit more forest vibe when we continue, and especially when we're closing up the zoo to the left side, which is going to be the west. Yeah, the western part. So we're going to have something like a forest, the zoo wall, and then a forest after that. So to have it a little bit more mysterious and a little bit darker in here as well. Yeah, and we are very close to the end of the video, so we're coming to the real-time part in a few seconds. So once again, if you guys did like this video, just hit the like button right now and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any further episodes. You're going to see the real-life part right now, where we're going to have a look at the new habitat for the Mute Swan, the boathouse, and also our little restaurant in here. As I said, if you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. We're going to have a few more habitats in here until we finish building everything for all the new animals from the Eurasian Animal Pack. Yeah, so all I have left to say is thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye. Take care of yourself. Bye.